I think we all know it's going to happen anyway. It's just everyone wants to talk about the four plays last year.
Yeah.
I don't even think Aaron is going to allow himself to get touched like until the third quarter, week one. Like that ball is going to be out so quickly when that's coming. There's going to be no Leonard Taylor last year of like, oh, let me maneuver around this guy and extend the plays. Like we saw it in training camp. Like this, they're fucking locked in, and he sees the plays ahead of time. Like we saw it on that clip that went viral with the practice from last year, where he's like, you're not blitzing back up. Like he knows what's going on every play, and that was just a dumb decision that I think like a lot of his nerves probably played into. Like he was probably never that nervous for a game as he was last year in terms of being a new franchise, like all the hype, that stadium, like that buzz in the state. It was incredible. It was the best New York sports environment for football I've ever been to. So
It'll
yeah,
be
I
topped.
think part of it was his nerves. Like he should have thrown
He,
that ball to Garrett. We all know it. He should have thrown that ball to
thir-
Garrett.
True. 30 days from now, though, I don't think you'll remember last year because I
No.
think the home opener this year will erase that.
Yeah, no, you're 100%. When he throws two touchdowns in a game or in a half, and we're up 14-0 with like years coming back, I'm gonna be like, what is my life? You know what I'm saying? Like the last time the Jets were good was like Mark Sanchez, and like we lost like 9-0 to Green Bay, and I was like, that's okay, we'll get him next week. Like we'll score 10 next week, and the defense will pitch a 0. Now like we can literally score 30 every week, and we can
Yes,
also hit shutouts every week. So it's like,
facts.
what else do you want? And God
Dude,
forbid we have to punt it. Morstead will put you in the fucking five. Like it's everywhere.
dude, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of people, like, dude, we actually have domination in our grasp. Not
Yeah.
just, like, good domination. Am I
Yep.
too
Let them
high?
all.
Am I
No,
too
you're not.
high?
Let them all sleep. Like no, it's 100%. We all know it. We have a secondary that
Every level.
really everybody would want. Doesn't compare to anyone in the league. I saw tweets yesterday about who could stop these three receivers. No one has top two corners. Like bro, we have three that could stop. Like I would put Michael Carter on Waddle and feel good about him. That's our third corner against a top five, top 10 wideout. And on top of that, we have the pass rush that can get you in a second and a half. So it doesn't even matter if we had fucking Lito Shepard back there. Like almost. Like we could almost with the defensive line have the Lito Shepards and all these terrible names. Who's the other guy I'm blanking of we drafted? Oh my God. Whenever it's good. His name is out of my mind.
Key?
During the rec Ryan. Nah, he was just a
Oh,
flag.
oh,
He was, you know what I'm talking about, Nickelback. He was a flag on every single play. Where he had like
oh my
Kyle
god.
Wilson, Kyle Wilson, Kyle Wilson.
Yeah,
Thank you.
20. Oh my
Like, bro,
god.
I have his face, but I'm glad that name is out of my head. But like, yeah, I could go into a game with Craig James from last year and fucking Kyle Wilson and be like, all right, the pass rush is gonna get there. Or I can go into a game with like Brian Thomas from 2009 and 39-year-old Jason Taylor as my ends and be like, all right, well we got Revis and I'm sorry, we got Sauce and DJ and Carter to like hold up the back end. But the fact that we have it like all come together, it's like, all right, Hassan, don't show up. Like, watch what happens week
That's
one. I don't think Purdy's
dude,
gonna do shit week one. Every time I see Purdy, he's like, I think he takes a step back this year. I
dude
think
we
he's like,
have
sorry.
and not even about them, but we have studs at every level. And not even just on one side of the ball.
Yeah, no, we didn't mention the best linebacking duo in the league with like arguably the best brain and captain you would want at linebacker, complemented with the best athlete and best rated player by NFL players in the top 100 on our team. Like that's our that's our linebacking duo that's kind of leading the charge. I liked hearing Mosley's piece on One Jets Drive with all the coaches. Like, yeah, we trust that guy more than anything. Like whatever he sees, we switch to it and we live and die by what he does. People don't realize Mosley's value of him being like the Aaron Rodgers of our defense. I think Mosley's going to be a head coach. Like Mosley's going to be the next D'Amico Ryans if he wants to. That dude will have a head coaching job within 5 years of
Okay, let me ask you this because this came up
assistant
earlier.
manager.
Johnny says the reason we praised him in the One Jets Drive is because this is his final year, and I
No,
said
no way.
it's because he's long overdue his flowers. Where do you
Yeah,
stand?
no, it's absolutely. It's the culmination of what he did for the last X amount of years. Like coming to this team, granted, he finessed us money wise. Like he got all the money that he deserved and more, especially in those Adam Gase years. But it was him trying to pick up like, the wee kids on your basketball team. Like it's not happening. You need dudes around you at some like to win and to play. But he's a big reason this defense was turned around. He should have
He
more credit
was.
than a Jeff Ulbrich when or people are like, oh, Ulbrich is the greatest coach. Look what he turns guys into. It's like, bro, I would say the guys on the field have a lot more to do with that, and a leader like Mosley on the field and in the locker room. But yeah, he loses a step, and also like in our defense, we demand so much out of the middle linebackers in coverage, more than like most teams do that really have to cover a lot of ground. And then to the layman's eye, of people that don't know shit, they say, "Oh, Mosley can't cover because they saw a ball go over his fingertips, so therefore he can't cover." Not that he's covering, a guy coming out of the flat, the backer who's running a Texas and the seam route that happens to get over his fingertips. And like we demand a lot of our inside linebackers, but we also have two of the best in the league. So we live and die like what the coach said, live and die with Mosley. But he's definitely a big reason. But no, he's not getting flowers because he's retiring. Like there's other guys who are in their last year too, and we're not gonna give them flowers. He's getting flowers because he's the like captain and leader of the defense. He's our Aaron Rodgers, so to speak, on that side of the ball. He doesn't have the same impact on winning, but yeah, I think it's a culmination. Like it might be right that it is his last year, possibly if he doesn't want to take a major pay cut next year, or if he wins and wants to retire. But yeah, it's the culmination of his Jet career. Like if he wins this year, he's going into the Hall of Fame as a Jet, not as a Raven.
I'm with you, and I like that they talked up MC2 as well, talking about how versatile and how he's the linchpin to the defense. They called him.
Yeah, well, it would be great. How about you pay MC2 and stop talking about him? He means so much
Damn
to the defense,
straight,
and he's a nickel,
dude.
and he's a corner, and he's your linebacker, and he's your safety, and he played safety in college, and he's a good tackler, and he's okay. So pay him. It's really not that difficult of a task.
Well,
And
let me
obviously,
ask you this
really
though.
good with Hassan Reddick situation. Yeah, show
Did,
up, play, look what happens. We
eh,
do it with all our guys. We did it with JFM. We did it with guys that probably weren't as deserving. We do it with guys that are.
True. I mean, with MC2, we're gonna sign him, but like, I feel bad making him play out his final year, but at the same time, like his value can't go up. There's no way it can go any higher. But like at
Yeah,
the same time, you're forcing the dude to stay healthy. It's kind of shitty.
yeah. I don't like it, but also, yeah. I mean, you just heard it. I think we should pay him. But one thing that I think doesn't get talked about enough with with this whole Hassan Reddick situation, you hear people saying like, "Oh, this is JD's fault. He's an idiot," and blah 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 blah. But like, you don't hear any of that noise about DJ Reed, final year of his contract, could be sitting out, could be holding out, could be asking for more money. Quincy Williams, final year of his contract, all pro player, deserves 3 times as much as he makes at least, not holding out, not saying a word, not mentioning money. You got Michael Carter, final year of his contract, could be holding out, could be negotiating for more, could be doing all of this, not holding out, showing up, not saying a word. Like you got all these guys in our rosters that are here to win, here on the last year of their deal. Like part of this whole culture thing that you and I and JD like all of this shit that happened in the last 5 years, like that's a big reason why JD is back too. Like these guys like being here, whether it's the coach, whether whatever. You're not hearing a peep out of like I just mentioned 3 or 4 guys that are like all pro caliber players on the final year of their
Yes.
deal, making a quarter probably of what they could be making on the open market, showing up, smiling, answering questions, ready to play, ready to win. The one guy that's not here is the guy who got screwed over by his hometown team, never put on a Jets uniform, knows no one in the locker room, has never met the coach. Like that's the one guy we're ripping the GM about because he traded a third round pick for an all pro player. Like, whatever. It's hard to
Uh,
explain it to so many fucking people on the internet.
I'm with you so far. So Quincy is has 2 years left. So that's the only
Does
caveat.
he?
But dude, you could have named 30 other guys though. Eccles. I mean, no, well, not all pros, but you know what I'm saying. Like we
Yeah,
have
guys that aren't
30.
performing their contract that would be making noise. Absolutely.
Yes, yes. And honestly, Quincy still has a gripe because he's outperformed his contract by double
Yeah, he could
already.
easily be doing that. He's making what, a couple mil, 5 mil. He signed like the Deuce McBride contract. When
Yep,
it was like, okay,
bro.
well now you're gonna be the lowest paid point guard and the lowest paid middle
Dude,
linebacker if you start.
I get you like playing with your brother, but I don't think you like playing for 10%. Like,
Yeah, no, you don't like asking your brother for fucking date night money.
yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah. I'm
anymore,
with
especially
you.
when he's the older one.
Yeah, yeah, dude, it's crazy though. The entire team is on the final year, but like, I don't know, dude. There's a lot. There's just a lot of guys that values will rise with success, and I we still have time. I hope we sign a few of them, and MC2 is one of those guys. Sign
Yeah, but
him
here's
at least.
dude, but get this, like if you think you're gonna be that good too, I don't understand how you signed JFM early, and you're just not like nothing's going on right now with when we know we're gonna need to sign a lot of these guys next year. I don't
Yeah, I
understand
don't
that
either.
part unless it's MC wants more. I don't know. Unless like
He
again
hasn't
the
signed
negotiation hasn't.
anyone, man. He's taken money away, Mosley. But who is he giving a long term deal to? Nobody. It's like when he finally starts, he's gonna have to do like 10 of them in a row.
The issue for me is like if we all think we're gonna win this year, we all hope we're gonna win this year, and so do the players. And I don't want to be the guy that's like griping about winning a Super Bowl. But once you win a Super Bowl, everyone's price tag just went up 4 million for no reason.
It did.
Everyone is now CJ Uzama. Like, you wanted
Yeah,
Yaboa out? Well, Yaboa is now CJ Uzama, and he's getting 8 million from some random team that says he was part of a Super Bowl team. He knows how to be a locker room guy. Blah 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 blah. And then Eccles is gone because Eccles got sucking $8 million from the Arizona Cardinals because they want Super Bowl guys in their locker room. And it's like we win a Super Bowl, everyone's just got New York taxed times 10 up the wazoo. So it's like lock someone in right now. Why not?
yeah. That's where I'm at. Like, see, and that's why earlier this offseason I wanted MC2. I wanted Conklin. Conklin, like his value will rise. It will.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good
Like
one. 100%.
like but at the same time, like you can take some into spring, let them, because not all of them will stay healthy, and their values will come down because of that. But like sign some so that next spring isn't so hard. I don't know, but someone else said Clancy. We do have depth. We'll survive, but 1 year at a time. I just think the easy signings like a Michael Carter, like a Conklin, why aren't we at least getting those? I told myself it's because Reddick. We were waiting to get that out of the way, but like you can't wait until Halloween.
Let me, there's a siren coming.
Yeah, I got you, man. Um, but yeah, the easy ones. Take the layups. Take the layups.
Yeah, like
This
yeah, those guys. Conklin's gonna be tough to sign once you win a Super Bowl. He's a Super Bowl winning tight end that catches a touchdown in the Super Bowl. See ya, he's top five paid now. Like
as of
lock
right now, our secondary next year, as of right now, Sauce, Stiggers, and Key.
I mean, I'm down with the first two. You already know that's Lock City. That's the top
I
two
knew you'd
corners
like that.
in North America right there.
Like sign Tony Adams, man. What the hell? His value's only gonna skyrocket.
Yeah, yeah. Get someone and like yeah, show good faith. That was like the whole point of like like contract too.
Yeah,
Is like, oh look, we're doing right by our guys. That all right. Well, you got fucking seven of those guys to choose from, JD.
yeah.
Let's keep
Sign
and these
some.
guys are all like not to glaze as the kids would say, but like just interacting with all these guys at training camp as a fucking like grown ass man too, and they give you the time of day to just like have a conversation with you. They just are genuine. Like he that's obviously such a key to when they sign guys is not signing fucking lowlifes
That
that are
that
gonna
see and
crash and going
that
180. It's just like I would leave my kids with Tony Adams. I'd leave like they're just like nice, trustworthy dudes that are all like I don't know. It's I'm like they're such easy to root for humans as well on the
and that's
roster.
the that is the only reason I'm a little okay with waiting because I'm like, dude, if you get these guys entrenched in the culture a little bit longer, they're not gonna want to leave.
100%,
But
100%.
that's that's where I'm like, well, we do like trust him, I guess, trust him, but give me one or two that are on a long like, give me MC2 even, and I'll be okay for the next couple months. I don't know, but anyways, I'm gonna be signing off. Do you have any other? We did great convo, by the way. Even after the
Yeah,
bike ride,
of
entirely
course.
whole great convo.
It's always
Um,
good football chatter. No, I'm fired up for Yeah, I'm not even fired up for the game tomorrow. I just want it to be done. Fired up for the
Yeah.
53.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think see on the bottom of the 53. I think I guess tomorrow I am excited to see Codrington. I feel like he has a chance to make it, like over an Irv Charles. Like I don't know. Have you ever looked up Codrington's college tapes?
That I did
Like on
not,
YouTube?
but I want to see him repeat it, but I didn't go backwards. I was just hoping
So if you
forward.
look up his YouTube highlights on North like Coastal Carolina, I want to see like his coverage skills. Like maybe he's a little Stiggers or something. So looking at his college tape, nothing but game-breaking punt returns, kick returns, like one after the other. Like he's just like, some guys they have like Brad Smith had it. Brad Smith wasn't like a burner at all. He wasn't like Devin Hester, but it's like some guys have that patience. Um, it's just a natural returning ability. I don't know how to describe it. When I talked to Codrington when he like came by to sign autographs and stuff, he took a picture with me and Chef Kevin. I was like, "Yo, Codrington," like I said, do you play a lot of did you play a lot of Kill the Carrier as a kid? And he was like, "Yeah, you could tell." And I was like, "Yeah, you have patient like three guys will be sprinting at you, and you just like certain guys can see that alley not to panic and just shift and then find the hole." And I was like, "Yeah, I could tell all you did was play Kill the Carrier, just the whole neighborhood to be after you. You just had that patience to just kind of like move and not get touched and like find your hole." So I'm excited to
he's
see if he
got
can make the roster.
Dude, he's got the
Healthy.
wiggle too. Like his
Yeah,
upper body can really fake people out, man. And that's what
yeah.
we could use. And I guess he said in the post game too last week that the coaches told him to keep cutting it back across field. I'm like, yes, let's do it, man. Let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna see strategy too. Like we actually have returners now. We're not just getting Gibson for punt returns. We need two guys back there all the time. Those are going to be actual plays that'll affect our games in the regular season and in the playoffs. And if him and Gibson can put us at the 40 or midfield, 10 times this year, that's automatic 3 points. That's 30 points on for the Jets right there with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. If not, a lot of those will turn into 7, but just putting us at midfield gives us 3. So I think, and I think JD likes those guys that can do multiple things. That can, like, Codrington's a solid gunner too, and he could be our punt kick returner. Stiggers is a solid gunner, and he'll be your backup corner. Like the whole like as good as Hardy was, unless you're that elite at your job, like a Hardy couldn't be a corner. Irv Charles
Wait, wait,
can't be.
wait, wait, wait. Are you crouching into my territory and saying that Irv Charles is out of here?
Yeah, for Codrington, I'm looking at Irv versus Codrington, like because I'm seeing if like Irv's a gunner, right? That's why he's on the roster, right?
Yeah, and he
So,
sucks.
but what else? What else? This is gonna be an easy one.
Nothing. Zero
Who's
catches last year.
Yeah, he makes a
As a
couple plays
res-
at training camp, but like so does Al Zayat, like everybody does. Um, if Irv, right? Who
yeah,
is who is the best gunner that you saw in the preseason first 2 games, in your opinion?
that's a long Eccles. It's been a while, man.
Bro, go look back at the punts this preseason. You're gonna see Quantez Stiggers
Wait,
catching
wait.
tankers. This
This preseason. I
preseason,
thought you
this
meant the last.
preseason, no, this preseason.
No, I Eccles and Stiggers, man. They can hold it down. I never
Stiggers
even
could be a
thought.
gunner, but Codrington could be a gunner too. That's what I'm saying. Like if Codrington could be a
Fair.
gunner, he's good. Like just like Stig, he could fill in opposite Stigger or something like that. There's no reason to keep Irv Charles on the roster. Like it's
There isn't any way.
unless you don't have another Stiggers or I'm sorry another gunner. But I think they already think Stiggers are going to be one of them. Like
The
that's
people
already
that
kind
do
of pushing Irv out.
the people that do watch Charles Gunn, they have him bottom 5 gunner in the league. Like I don't get where like the only thing I could see is Brant Boyer just having a soft spot for Charles. And I will say he did block a punt the other day before he got hurt. But like I'm sorry, he's just not versatile enough.
Yeah, and I think JD values that, especially in a year that one is make or break for him, and it's a Super Bowl year. Like you need guys that can do a lot because when guys goes down, someone else gonna have to step up, and guys need to be able to fill multiple roles.
Dude,
We know JD loves
facts.
that, and he just yeah, Irv is just not a guy. He's a one trick pony, and the one trick is not even that cool.
That's where I'm at with it. Like
So
Clemens is way safer than Charles for me.
Yeah, like Justin Hardy last year, he lost his. He was a free agent with the Jets. He immediately got another contract as like a key gunner on the team. If we cut Irv Charles, he is not getting a contract as a gunner from the Browns for multiple. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not the same status. People wanted to just, oh, we had Hardy and Irv is a good gunner, so we'll just replace Irv as that specialist like Hardy was. Yeah, but what if he's not as good? Then he's not worth it at all.
No,
It's like
no,
it's like
that's
replacing a
right.
bad kicker or a really good kicker with someone who's not that great. It's like, no, you want someone really great or no. Like you're not taking a step down at that position. It's like the guy has to do his one job and he has to do it at an elite level, and especially if
Yeah.
that's gonna be his only job.
Or 2 to 3 jobs above average, and I'm not
Exactly.
seeing that either. So,
Exactly.
I
That's
mean,
yeah, it's like a Codrington point where it's like if he could be a gunner, backup gunner, and he could do his punt returns, kick returns, that'll actually really, really impact winning. Like if Codrington returns 2 kickoffs for touchdowns, what? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like
Dude,
that's
just give me 80% of last week, and I think he's secure.
oh yeah, 100%. Those were you don't no one like show me another highlight in the last preseason or a couple years in the preseason where a guy has 3 solid returns in one game. Unless you're telling me that the other special teams is just a bunch of Amazon guys not going to be working next year. But yeah, like those were
Hey,
impressive. Like wasn't an accident.
hey, good talking, man. It sounds like we're on the same page. I think we'll wrap here, man. I appreciate the convo.